Hey there, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on a card, actually 2 cards. I figured while I had this stuff out, I may as well make 2 cards. So this stamp set is from the Ink Road, and I looked all over the package and I could not find what is the actual name of this particular stamp set. But basically it's a birthday one, and I bought it a while ago, never used it. So I did decide to use my Misty because I knew I would have a little bit of trouble with that initial stamp. So I did use my finger and rubbed off the stamp, which you see me doing right here, which is what they recommend just to get some of the I'm going to use the word packaging, but just any of the covering or coatings that are on the stamp before you actually use them for the first time. As you could see when I pulled it off the paper or off the Misty, it was still a little sticky. But thankfully with the Misty, I'm able to just do it 2 times over and stamp a good impression. Now, the problem is that didn't happen. My paper moved, and I thought I lined it up again, so I put some more ink, and I, put the hinge down or that side down, and it is off just a little bit, but way too much. So that was a fail, but that's okay. This paper is pretty thick that I'm using, so I just turned it around and I'm going to restamp. So now it's kind of all the stickiness is gone. So I only really needed the one impression, and it worked out fine. Again, I'm going to put it on a card so nobody's going to see the mistake on the back. Now, normally I score the halfway point when I'm making cards. I didn't do it, but I always regret when I don't do it because you don't get a smooth crease. Now, using the bone folder definitely helps, but I really should have scored that. I just grabbed a piece of scrap brown paper and I cut the 4 5/4 inch scrap or matte to put on the top of the card. And then I'm going to do something a little fun. So I grabbed some pattern paper. I've got a lot. I'm sure you all do too. But I really like this one particular pad. It was gifted from me, and it is called, grab it. It's from We Are Memory Keepers. And of course, I don't see a name for this one either. I don't know if it's me. Or it's just, I don't know. It's probably me. Anyhow, the thing I like about this is it had this, what I'm showing right now, the 4 pieces of 6x6. So the pattern was a little bit smaller, and these are perfect for making cards. So I cut 2 different ones, and then I'm going to cut each piece. These are 3 1/4 by 5. So half of 5 is 2 1/2, which is, I just marked it in the back. And I'm going to go from diagonal corner to the mark, and then the mark to the other corner, which you see right there. And I'm doing that on both of the pattern pieces of paper, and then I'm going to put them together to add some color to these cards. Now look at, this is what I'm talking about. I went ahead and made 2 cards because why not? I mean, you needed the 2 different colored pattern papers, and the work was already done. So I have one with the green as the main portion, and then the other one, which is the one I'm actually working on, is the polka dots for the main portion. I went ahead and just put some adhesive in the back, adhered it all together, and now I'm going to adhere this piece to the card. Again, just use my double-sided adhesive, my ATG gun, and I always like to put my finger between the piece that has the adhesive and then the card base, kind of eyeball where I'm putting it first, and then remove my fingers, and then, move my fingers, and then burnishing down that the part that I'm just trying to adhere. I'm just using some very simple coloring with the tri-blend markers. I didn't add a lot of color because I thought the color of the cardstock, there was a lot of color there. So I colored in the cake, which looks like he's fighting, and it's so cute because the sentiment says something like, "You want a piece of me?" So I thought that's kind of funny. I cut that out, and I probably should have let that ink dry a little bit more because it did smear a little bit. So I decided, just because I was in the mood and I needed to make this card, I used that other image, which is very cute too, and I just used a piece of that same brown scrap piece of paper. That cutting system is not close to my heart, I'm sorry, Creative Memories, and I've had it forever. And when I say forever, I mean like since 2000. This was the very first tool that I bought when I started scrapbooking. and it still works today. I believe they still make them too. It's a great circle cutter. They have oval and other things. But anyhow, so I just really adhered that to the card. Super simple, super cute. I hope you agree. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking, and the second is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also my blog. And in this case, it happens to be a card. Super simple card. You can use this for any occasion. You can imagine like even like a baby, a wedding, anything, as long as the pattern paper and the stamps match, right? Anyhow, hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like it, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next week. Bye.